Welcome to Iraqi Dinar News. As of the current date in the USA, we bring you an update that could completely shift your understanding of the revaluation process for the Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese dong. If you've been anticipating public statements, media alerts, or bank notifications to signal the start of the RV, this information may come as a complete surprise. Behind the scenes, activity has already begun, and it's happening in complete silence. There are now increasing reports of covert, invitation-only currency exchange appointments for holders of IQD and VND, with no public acknowledgement from financial institutions. Over the past few days, multiple insider accounts suggest that select individuals in the U.S. have been discreetly invited to high-security appointments for currency redemption. These are not typical in-branch transactions. Instead, they're taking place within heavily restricted zones inside major banks like Chase, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo. These meetings are not open to the general public and require personal invitation. Attendees are believed to be high-net-worth individuals or clients with long-term holdings and verified purchase histories. According to sources, they are required to sign verbal non-disclosure agreements, follow strict protocols, and are prohibited from discussing the details beyond the meeting room. The secrecy surrounding these meetings has many everyday investors wondering, has the RV already begun without them? Financial insiders suggest this silence is intentional. Banks prefer to operate with discretion when handling high-value transactions to avoid overwhelming their infrastructure. Publicly announcing the RV would likely cause panic and long lines, leading to confusion and possibly financial disruption. By focusing on select clients, those already tied to private wealth programs, banks are controlling the rollout while minimizing risk. This quiet method ensures that the most prepared and connected individuals are processed first, with minimal visibility. It's a strategy built on order rather than public engagement, and for those not already within the network, it could mean missing the early window entirely. What's even more compelling is the claim that internal banking systems have recently been updated to accommodate these transactions. Leaked screenshots from private financial forums show new IQD and VND fields appearing in systems only accessible to top-tier banking staff. These updates are not visible to everyday tellers or account holders. Smaller branches have reportedly been instructed to avoid discussing these currencies altogether. In some cases, financial advisors have allegedly warned clients to avoid speaking about what was discussed in meetings, reinforcing how closely guarded this process truly is. And this isn't a rumor anymore. Multiple confirmations from inside sources point to actual exchanges being processed under the radar. Those being called in are often individuals tied to wealth management divisions or flagged by banks as holding substantial amounts of IQD or VND. They are expected to be ready to attend meetings on a moment's notice, some within 15 minutes of receiving the call. This kind of urgency suggests banks are operating under a highly controlled, time-sensitive model. If you're wondering what steps you can take now, it's all about preparation. First, take a detailed inventory of your IQD and VND holdings. Make sure all currency is stored securely, and collect any receipts, certificates of authenticity, and supporting documents from your original purchase. Organize this data into a safe, easily accessible file, both digital and physical. Next, double-check that your contact details are accurate and up to date with your financial institutions or advisors. Something as simple as an outdated phone number or email address could mean missing your opportunity altogether. Many investors overlook this step, assuming they'll be contacted if needed. But the truth is, banks can't reach you if your information isn't current. Now, here's where strategy comes in. If you want to get noticed by your bank, don't go in asking directly about the dinar or dong. Instead, schedule a general financial review and express interest in long-term planning. Subtle moves like this can position you as a serious client and may even flag your profile internally for future updates. As we continue this crucial update from Iraqi Dinar News, it's important to understand that this quiet wave of secret appointments may be more than just a U.S.-centric event. Alongside the Iraqi dinar, the Vietnamese dong is now a major player in these private exchanges. Vietnam's economic momentum has been impressive, with increasing global partnerships and export expansion, yet the VND remains significantly undervalued. This gap is now drawing the attention of financial insiders, who view the dong as a key currency in a broader, possibly coordinated shift. Meanwhile, Iraq is seeing improved economic stability. Oil output is increasing, trade ties are strengthening, and banking reforms are advancing. The Central Bank of Iraq has already published several updates, focusing on compliance and currency authentication, often a precursor to larger structural changes. In the background, some reports even suggest that the Zimbabwean dollar is being bundled into certain redemption packages. That signals this may not just be about individual currencies, but rather a broader financial reset involving multiple undervalued notes. Back in late June and early July 2025, sharp-eyed observers noticed sudden and unexplained pauses in foreign currency transactions across regional U.S. banks. The explanation? Technical upgrades. But insiders believe these changes were far more strategic. Back-end systems were being recalibrated. Public-facing IQD exchange options disappeared, while internal interfaces quietly expanded. Regulatory agencies reportedly held closed-door meetings during the same period, fueling speculation that some kind of global currency alignment is underway. Banks don't overhaul systems without a reason, and when they do, it's often in preparation for something significant. One reason for this tight-lipped rollout is simple: risk management. If news were to leak that banks were exchanging IQD and VND at new rates, it would likely trigger mass movement, millions of people flooding into branches, overwhelming operations, and potentially destabilizing broader financial systems. Instead, by handling early phases behind closed doors, institutions can maintain control and reduce exposure. This isn't unprecedented. Historically, major financial reforms and currency changes are first implemented at upper tiers and only announced publicly once stability is ensured. So what does this mean for the average currency holder? You may never see a press release or public advisory. Experts now believe there may be no grand announcement. Instead, subtle signs are key: discrete shifts in banking policy, low-profile changes in exchange protocol, or quiet guidance from financial advisors. Those tuned into these cues stand the best chance of being included in future phases. Many financial institutions are advising elite clients to keep their schedules flexible. Some are even told to remain within a 15-minute window of phone availability. Appointments are being confirmed and completed within hours, all without fanfare or queues. We're now seeing mentions of bundled redemptions where IQD, VND, and even ZIM are exchanged in one transaction. That level of coordination strongly suggests the start of something bigger than just a revaluation. It may be the first signs of a global monetary restructuring. The takeaway is simple: preparation is everything. Review your documents, stay connected with your financial advisor, and quietly position yourself to be ready. If this wave continues and you're not prepared, you may not get another opportunity. This is not about hype or rumors. It's about recognizing what's unfolding and taking proactive, responsible steps. If even a fraction of these reports are accurate, we're no longer waiting for the RV to happen. It's already underway. The line between speculation and reality is dissolving, with internal documentation, updated banking systems, and real-time appointments pointing to a silent but powerful shift. So now, it's your move. Take stock, stay alert, and act smartly. Don't wait for headlines that may never arrive. If the call comes, it will come fast, and you'll have minutes, not hours or days, to respond. Your preparation could be the difference between seizing the moment and missing out entirely. Thank you for staying with Iraqi Dinar News. We'll continue tracking every development and bringing you clear, timely updates. Stay ready, stay informed, and remember, Real wealth favors those who are prepared before the door opens.